There are still 133 hostages being held in Gaza. Many of them are thought to be dead, but this video of Hersh Golderg-Polin was released by Hamas last week. His left hand is missing after it was blown off in the attack, and the toll of captivity is obvious. In Jerusalem, Hersh's mother told us about the moment she found out her son was still alive.
I mean, the first time that we saw it, we were just crying and not really listening, just hearing his voice, not listening to the content, feeling, as a mother, I just wanted to reach through the screen and grab him. And even though he's compromised, not just physically compromised, I'm sure emotionally and psychologically very much, and mentally compromised, but he's alive.
The 23-year-old Israeli-American was kidnapped from the Nova Music Festival on October the 7th. His image is on walls and street corners across West Jerusalem.
I really wondered if he had bled to death in that truck. And then at a certain point, a couple months ago, I thought, he's coming home. I believe it. And
Mother's instinct.
I don't know. I just decided he's coming home. And I believed it.
Last week, hours after the Hamas video was released, hundreds took to the streets of Jerusalem demanding a hostage deal. And last night, there were more protests, again in Tel Aviv, putting pressure on the government here. Negotiations have restarted, and Israel has said it is willing to compromise to get a deal done. What is your message to all of those involved in the negotiations, whether it be the Israelis, whether it be Hamas, or the mediators?
I think that hundreds of thousands of people in this region are suffering. And I would say to the people who are in those rooms to make the bold choice to do the thing that will give your people relief, your own people relief, all of us. All of those leaders have to decide that. And we are very much pawns in a game. There's a lot of posturing, there's a lot of theater. And I would hope that at this point, almost 7 months in, it's enough.
Today, Benjamin Netanyahu met with some of the hostage families and relatives of soldiers killed fighting in Gaza and gave this warning.
We will enter Rafah because we have no other choice. We will destroy the Hamas battalions there. We will complete all the objectives of the war, including the repatriation of all our abductees.
Despite that, there is quiet optimism that a hostage deal can be agreed this time. But Hamas is still demanding a permanent ceasefire. And for Israel, that might prove a compromise too far. Alistair Bunkle, Sky News in Jerusalem.